just thinking about what had happened yesterday. And I did a live as soon as I came home. But I don't know what happened to it because I don't know anything about this. So I'm going to repeat the story and I'm going to try to give you all the details again before my baby wakes up, my other baby. I have my other little baby that was with me yesterday when this happened. So, story time if you want to listen, okay? So, this is not for the people that don't believe, or yeah, this is for the other people, the mystics, the people that believe in other things and the unknown and all this. So, basically, yesterday, it was wild. Okay, so my husband leaves me at the mall with my baby, and she's 6 months, and we're sitting in the sun. It's been raining, raining, and raining here for a couple days here in Spain. So I'm like, my husband leaves me. He's gonna go fix the car, and we're just sitting in the sun, trying to give you some context about what's happening. No queen. And so basically, we're sitting enjoying some sun, and all of a sudden, like, we're sitting by, like, there's no plants, there's nothing, literally nothing. Like, just in this terrace where we could see the ocean and we're looking at the sun, and there's no food or anything around here. Okay, it's just us. We're sitting at a clean table. I'm breastfeeding Kurt, and all of a sudden, all this out of nowhere, a fucking bee. It was a wasp. It must have been a wasp because she was crying so much. Stings the palm of her hand, and I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I saw, like, after I heard her crying, like, I saw this stupid wasp flying around. A stupid little bee, wasp, whatever that. And thinking that my baby's a flower. No, of course. And yeah, stings my little baby. She's been crying. She was crying and crying. So when that happened, I was frantically, like, trying to figure out, what do I do? You know, like, I have to do something. So I was basically like, what do I do? I looked at her hand, trying to get the stinger out, and I believe I got it out. Then I put, like, vinegar and hand gel. So I had hand gel on my hand, and I got it out of my purse, and so I was putting it on her hand. And then in the terrace that we were sitting at, there was a restaurant. So I was like, can you give me vinegar? So the guy gave me vinegar. Then I called my husband. I was frantic. She was crying so much. So the mall is filled. Like, everybody's Christmas shopping, okay? So I was, like, frantic because she was, like, crying so much. And I'm thinking that maybe, perhaps, like, I don't know. I know she's not allergic to anything, obviously. But I'm still, like, learning about her because she's an infant. She's 6 months, okay? So this happened. So my husband is telling me, go to security guard. They might have, like, an emergency kit. So I'm thinking, okay. So I go run. I'm looking around this mall. There's tons of people, so many people shopping. And I'm thinking, what is happening? Like, this is crazy. Like, I need an emergency kit to put some kind of, like, inflammation cream. So that was, like, the first thing on my mind. Like, and there's, I don't have a car or anything because my husband was out, and I was like, wow, he just left me and this just happened. So I knew that, like, that was going to take a while. So he's like, no, just relax and get, like, some kind of cream. And then so the security guard, I talked to him for a minute, and he was like, basically, he's like, okay. I asked him, I'm like, hey, do you have some kind of, like, emergency kit that I can give to my baby? Because she's crying. And the funny thing is, like, after, like, when I asked him this, he just looked at my baby and she stopped crying. And I was like, fuck, you're being, like, not dramatic now, like, out of this whole thing. But she was crying hysterically. So he made it, well, she made it seem like it was not a big deal. But I was, like, frantic. I'm like, I need to put some kind of cream on her. So the guy said No, we basically only have two things in our emergency kit. And he didn't even like show me or tell me. He's like, I just have alcohol and something for burns. And I'm thinking, wow, like this is ridiculous. In a mall where there's tons of people and anything can happen, this is all you have in your emergency kit. So that like got me a little like frantic, even more. Like I was like, wow, like anything can happen. And like people get stung by a bee and you can have an allergic reaction and go into anaphylactic shock with this. And you can die. You know, there's people that have like allergic reactions and they need some kind of injection to help with this. So, anyways, when I when he told me this, I was basically thinking like, wow, I gotta get away from here. Like I gotta go find something. Um, Now I'm gonna digress a little bit from the story, but when this happened, like I was like praying. I was like, oh my God, somebody help me. Like, please help me. And like I always speak to my brother George. And if you know about girl, if you know about my brother, you know you can look into my stories or look into my videos. I speak about him a lot, and I ask like for guidance, like for help. So basically, yeah, he sent me a lot of back to back to back to back signs after that. And I told myself I was like trying to calm myself down too. So in the midst of all this like was happening, I tried to find some stores that were like not so noisy because she was crying and there's just so many people. There's just so it's chaotic. Like I don't want to go to the mall anymore because it's I only went to just go like for a little walk with her because I didn't want to be at the what is this called? The taller. I don't even know how to say this anymore. To the place where my husband was getting his car fixed. I was like, what am I gonna do there with my baby? So I was like, just leave me at the mall. Leave me at the mall and then I'll like walk around. So, anyways, we went to two different stores and it was like really relaxing and just quiet. And basically, I was looking and then I found one thing I wanted to get was at the checkout, and checkout was like going fast. So I was surprised like what was happening. Like, okay, this is going quickly. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna get out of here like super quick because I didn't know she was gonna cry again. But no, once I get to like the checkout where they're gonna like take the next person, I'm like waiting so long. Okay, this is the story, like the signs. I'm waiting so long, and I'm like, what's taking so long? We were just like going like this quickly, and then all of a sudden, me, nope. So I'm like, this is weird. This is probably me tapping into something else. Like I have to connect to a sign. So for whatever reason, my eyes focused onto there's like gift cards, you know, when you're checking out, and two gift cards. I took pictures because my memory with this was like, I gotta take signs to show people. Uh, so you know, my brother, he loved Marvel and DC comics and everything, and one of the gift cards was Marvel, and the one next to it is basically like two next to it, so I could be reading it. It says, "This is for you." So one said Marvel, and the other said, "This is for you," and I was like, "Wow, that's my sign. Gotta take a picture of it." Um, and I did. I was like, "Well, thank you so much. Like, I appreciate." It. This was like him reassuring me, like, "You're okay. Baby's okay. Don't freak out." So yeah, that was one of the signs. After this, I got back to back to back to back to back other signs. Like I was just like, I will not go into the details because it was just like so many other things where I was like freaking out. But the last big sign, so when my husband came to pick me up, I found this super prominent was so if you know Al Campo, it's like a Mercadona, it's like a grocery store or something like this. They have a bird as like their symbol, and on the back I was like, we were walking to go to the car already. Like he picked me up from the bookstore. I was looking at some books because I was like, this store was also very quiet. And so we're walking out of the mall, which is um, a lot of people. And then this guy from Alcampo, like I guess he was taking a break or something, and he ended up uh, he was like running so fast, not running, but I guess he was like in rush to go sit down or something. And I'm like running after him with my phone because I was like, oh my god, I see another sign. And I'm like pointing to my husband because I was telling him about these signs that I saw about the incident, like because he knew like what had happened, and he was just surprised about like the security guard. He's like, really, these people didn't even have anything else like in the emergency kit. It was ridiculous. And so yeah, basically I told him about these signs. He's like, he's always intrigued about how I tap into these things. And so, anyways, this guy from Alcampo, on the back of his vest, he has a heart, which I always connected. Like, this is one of the signs that I have connection to that I love. Like, I also made an Instagram account years ago about all the things that I find with hearts. And on top of the heart is the Alcampo bird. And in the middle of the heart, it says siempre a tu lado or a tu lado siempre, something like this. I took a picture of that as well because I was running after this guy. And I had to stop him. I'm like, hi, can I take a picture of the back of your shirt? And he looked at me like, okay. Why do you want to take a picture? But anyways, I was like, thank you so much. And yeah, that was the last sign that made my day to make this inspirational video. Hopefully the people that know the people that will resonate. Also, we'll be linking or making have this Instagram about these stories that I have, and because I have so many stories, and I think this is super fascinating for people that are connected and in tune to these type of things, because I think it's really magical, and I think this is the best time and place to be talking about this, especially during Christmas. Hi, girl. Hi, my baby. And magical Christmas, like it's just always a magical time. So yes, hopefully you guys liked my story, and I will be sharing more of these stories on my Instagram. Also, just created this for the people that resonate with my stories like this. Okay, bye bye. And if you have any questions, just leave me a comment or send me a message. Okay. I still don't know how to stop this thing. Let's just hope this video saves, because last time, literally, I was like, hey, my queen, trying to save this. If somebody knows, like literally, this is the second time I'm using this thing, you can just tell me, because I have no idea. Send me a comment.